Have you ever looked into the eyes of someone you loved and felt like they were a stranger wearing someone else's face? This isn't just a story about betrayal. This is about the kind of betrayal that grabs your throat in the middle of the night and whispers, "You were never enough." I was 27, decent job, apartment, plans for the future, and her, Leah. She wasn't just a girlfriend. She was the centerpiece of my life, witty, radiant, addictive. You know those people who walk into a room and make you feel like you're in a movie? She was that. When I introduced her to my dad, I was excited. He was my role model. Not perfect, but solid. The kind of man I'd always looked up to. He shook her hand, smiled, told me I was lucky. What I didn't know is that I had just introduced two people who would go on to ruin every memory I cherished. At first it was subtle. She started mentioning him, casually. "How come your dad knows so much about music?" "Your dad's funny. He's got great stories." "Your dad seems so young for his age." I didn't think anything of it. I mean, it's my father. The man who helped me survive my worst heartbreaks. The man who taught me everything I knew about integrity. But then, she changed. Phone always face down. Messages she wouldn't open in front of me. Sudden errands, vague explanations. And the distance. Emotional, physical, almost strategic. Still, I trusted her. You don't expect sabotage to come from your own bloodline. You never think, maybe it's the people closest to me who are holding the knife. Then came the night that burned a hole in my memory. She was in the shower. Her phone buzzed twice. I wasn't snooping. I wasn't looking for anything. But the screen lit up and I saw the name. Dad. My stomach dropped. It was a simple preview message. "You were beautiful last night. Wish I could see you again soon." Everything around me blurred. The air felt thicker. I opened the thread. Dozens of messages. Long ones, frequent ones, late-night chats, compliments, plans that didn't include me. There were no explicit images, no obvious smoking gun. But it didn't matter. The tone was there. The betrayal was baked into every word. Intimacy, secrecy, familiarity. They weren't just talking, they were hiding. I put her phone down, went to the kitchen, drank water I couldn't swallow. She came out minutes later, smiling. That smile I thought was mine. She kissed my cheek, asked if I wanted to watch a movie. I said yes. I even made popcorn. Because when your world is collapsing, routine is the last thing you cling to. The next day, I didn't explode. I asked calmly, "Is there something you're not telling me?" She blinked, hesitated. Then came the tears. She admitted it. Not fully, not honestly, but enough. Said it was emotional, said she felt alone, said she didn't mean for it to go that far, said he understood her in ways I didn't. And that broke me in a way I can't explain. Because when someone cheats on you, it's devastating. But when someone cheats on you with your father, that's soul dismantling. I called him, asked him straight up. He didn't deny it. He said, "I didn't mean to hurt you." He said, "She came to me first." He said, "We were both lonely." Lonely? I was right there. I was your son. You raised me. You taught me what loyalty meant, and yet you still chose her. I packed a bag, left quietly, no note, no fight. I didn't have the energy for rage. All I felt was emptiness, the kind that sits in your chest like cement. But that wasn't the end. Because betrayal doesn't just hurt, sometimes it keeps going. And what happened next? That's the part no one saw coming. They didn't just hurt me. They didn't just lie. They built something out of the ashes of my life and posted it online. 2 months after I left, they went public. Leah and my father, hand in hand, smiling like they hadn't just blown a hole through the center of my chest. I saw the photo by accident. A friend sent it to me, said, "Bro, I didn't think this was real." But it was. They were standing in front of the house I grew up in. The same driveway where I learned how to ride a bike. The same porch where I once told Leah I loved her. Now she was there, with him. The caption: "Sometimes love comes when you least expect it." Love? No. Love doesn't sneak behind backs. Love doesn't burn bridges and call it a sunrise. That wasn't love. That was ego. That was hunger. That was convenience. I wish I could say I was over it by then, that I'd moved on. But no, I wasn't okay. I was functional. There's a difference. I'd wake up, go to work, smile when I had to. But inside, I was hollow, like my emotions had taken a vacation without leaving a forwarding address. I didn't talk about it, because how do you even say those words out loud? My girlfriend left me for my dad. It sounds made up. Sounds like a bad drama. Except it was my life. I went to therapy, sat in silence for 3 sessions before I could even speak. I journaled, wrote letters I'd never send, started reading again, not fiction, but self-help. Desperation disguised as discipline. Eventually, the pain dulled. It didn't vanish. It just became manageable. Years passed. I dated carefully, learned how to trust in pieces. Not everyone is like them. That took time to believe. Then one day I heard something. They'd broken up. Apparently he cheated. Again. This time with someone even younger. Leah found out. Left angry voicemails. Posted cryptic quotes on Instagram. You know the type. Some people only love when it's easy. That kind of thing. But karma doesn't just knock. It kicks down doors. She lost her job, not because of the affair, but because she started showing up late, unfocused. Her friends distanced themselves, maybe out of loyalty to me, maybe because they saw the truth. Her family? They took her in, but never took her side. The man she betrayed me for? Gone. And me? I was healing. I wasn't thriving yet, but I was climbing. I had scars, but they weren't open wounds anymore. Then, she reached out. An email. Subject: I'm sorry. Curiosity 1. I opened it. Paragraphs. Pages. Apologies. Explanations. Regret. She said she felt unseen. Said my dad knew how to listen. Said she never meant to fall for him. It just happened. Said she missed me. That I was the only man who ever really loved her. It was dramatic, emotional, even convincing, if you ignore the facts. But here's the thing. By the time she sent that message, I didn't need it anymore. I didn't need to know why. I didn't need to revisit the wreckage. I had built something new. Without her, without him, without them. I never replied. A month later, my father called. I didn't answer. He left a voicemail. Said he missed me. Said he wanted to talk like men. As if men are defined by what they say after they've set fire to their own families. I deleted the message because some people don't deserve closure. They deserve silence. And silence, when chosen, is powerful. I rebuilt, slowly, brick by brick, a better job, a clearer mind, a deeper understanding of what love is supposed to feel like. Eventually, I met someone new, gentle, kind, zero chaos, zero secrets. We built something real. When we got married, it was private. No big ceremony. No father of the groom speech. Just us and peace. The kind of peace that doesn't require explanation. And now, when people ask why I don't speak to my dad anymore, I just smile and say, because some people make choices, and some choices echo forever. They don't need to know the whole story because the people who matter already know, and the people who don't, let them wonder, let them guess, let them imagine the version of me that could have shattered, but chose to rise instead.